Welcome everyone to the 2017 Utah Softball Hall of Fame induction ceremony. My name is Kay Cameron and I am on the Hall of Fame committee. Thank you for being here on this very warm day as we honor some amazing people for their outstanding contributions to the game of this great game. I would like to share with you a brief history of the Hall of Fame and the process for selection. In 1984, a group of softball enthusiasts led by Ken Hackmeister and Fred Tamagawa realized the need, and Wes Heyman, who is here today, recognized the need to honor some of those dedicated and skillful players who have such a love for the game, have gone above and beyond some of their peers to create and do some amazing things in this amazing sport. Since then, several hundred inductees have been inducted as players, managers, administrators, umpires, scorekeepers, sponsors, and even a handful of members of the media. Today we're proud to add 7 new members to this elite group. Let's hear their stories. Our first inductee this evening, George Goose Beardall, played fast pitch from 1969 to 1987. He played for several teams in the Provo League, including Morris Motors, Peterson Motors, and PDM. He also played for Red Topper, Pages Auto, and McDonald's in the Spanish Fork League. He was one of the top hitters in both leagues and was known for his great arm. George started playing slow pitch in the late 80s and played for 13 different teams, mostly in Utah County. It was not uncommon for him to play every night of the week. George, you better give your wife a nod for that. One of George's teammates, Lane Henderson, said that when George would get a good hit, you could hear George say, "Touch 'em all or get out of this phone booth." Lane also remembers when George won a home run derby. Even though he was slight of frame, his impeccable timing helped him to win the contest, beating out bigger and heavier hitters. George started out playing baseball at an early age and was selected to the All-State baseball team his senior year. He also coached Pony League in Spanish Fork for 43 years. George has always strived to help each young player not only become better at the game, but more importantly, to become a better person in life. Congratulations, Goose, on your induction into the Softball Hall of Fame. Come on up and get your award. I asked George if he had a game to go to after, and he said, "No, these are my props." So that's awesome. George, come talk to us a few minutes. I'll hold the award.
First of all, we'd like to thank the good Lord for blessing us with these athletic talents that we have and being so good to us. And then we'd like to thank the committee for seeing us worthy to be inducted into this great group of men and women. I'd like to thank my family. My 2 brothers, my sister, my parents. I'd like to thank my kids, those that we can see and those that we can't. I just wondered how many Westlake guys, that's where I taught for 29 years, how many Westlake guys do we have? Stand up, please. Yeah, baby, thanks. We appreciate you being here and supporting us. We do. I'd like to thank my kids, my grandkids and their spouses. And I always save the best for last. That's my good wife. She was my scorekeeper for 43 years. She had marked down every pitch. Couldn't enjoy the game like everybody else, but she was nobody better than her keeping score. So thanks, son. Love you. You're the best. Well, I brought some props. And I'm going to be speaking to the young kids. This is the way I got started. Nobody taught me how to hit. I taught myself. We lived a block from the mill race, which is an irrigation canal for the farmers down in Benjamin and Lakeshore, Leland, and Palmyra. Back then there wasn't many, all there was trees and rocks. And so I would go up there every day and find me a stick, if I can get Kim to hold this mic. Now this is not the stick, but I found something similar to it. And all I would do was throw a rock, toss it up. I knew if I could hit a rock that I could hit a ball when it came to hitting a ball. There's the rock, there's the ball. Then we graduated to softball. And as you can see, even a bigger one. So this is the way I learned how to hit. I used an old stick and rocks. Then we graduated to a broomstick. We'd cut off the fiber parts and use the handle. Then we graduated to just a regular wood bat, and then now we're using metal bats in our softball. I started playing when I was 9 years old for, they called it the Farm League in town. I was 9, and I've been playing organized ball, either baseball, fast pitch, or slow pitch for, this is my 58th straight year. We're still playing ball down home with the young bucks, trying to tell them how to do it. So if I can leave you any inspiration to you young people, play the game with love, play it with respect, play it with grit. And grit is that mental toughness. If there's somebody out there saying that you're too little, you're too small, and you can't play, you prove them wrong. Because I had people telling me all the time, nah, you can't hit him. I remember when we were in our 20s, right here on this field, facing Bob Mosteller, one of the best ever to come through this state. And I was a little intimidated the first time, and he struck me out. But the next time I thought, no, I'm going to break up his no-hitter. Well, he had a newspaper in the back of his pocket. And when I come up to the box, he stepped back, pulled out that piece of paper, started reading it, and I thought, really? You don't think I'm that good? Here we go. So I hit it right back up the middle and broke up Bob Mosteller's no-hitter. One of my greatest, fondest memories on this field. So, don't let anybody tell you you can't do it. You show them you can do it. I don't care how big you are. Play it with love, respect, and lots of grit. We love you. Thanks for coming. Thanks, family.
Thanks so much, Goose, Coach. Sounds like you've had an impact on so many people. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
So George, tell us about what today was all about.
Today was all about being inducted into the Utah Softball Hall of Fame for my contribution to the game of softball. And why did you nominate me, hon?
Well, if I didn't think you deserved it, I wouldn't have nominated you.
You can't beat that, can you?
So how's it feel to be in this kind of company?
Well, I looked at some of the guys that's already in it, like Bob Mosteller and Larry H. Miller. A lot of people don't know that he was a real good pitcher in his day. I got to face him, and he had a mean drop ball. That was his ace pitch. So, and he wasn't too bad of a hitter either. And Vaughn Alvey, I've batted against, and that's just a few. But yeah, it's just nice to be that somebody would think that you were good enough to be put in this elite group. And so that makes me feel good to represent the great city of Spanish Fork. Great place to live, grow up, and raise a family. And obviously, baseball, softball is our coup de grace.